I don't know why they always put these things so high, but morning, Enid. I'm George Pankinen, and I serve as mayor for the city of Enid. It's my honor this morning to serve as master of ceremonies for this prestigious annual event. Welcome to all of our guests this morning. Thank you all for setting aside the time to join our newest inductees and their families for the Walk of Fame ceremony, honoring the 4 inductees from 2020 and 2021. At this time, if you're one of our 43 previously recognized Hall of Fame honorees and you're with us this morning, would you please raise your hand so we may recognize you? Don't know if any could make it or not, but I just want to make sure that we recognize them. Okay. You can see their plaques proudly displayed in this hallway, and you can check out their biographies at your leisure from the kiosk that's in the hallway. A committee comprised of the mayor and 2 city commissioners selects 2 individuals to be added to the Walk of Fame each year during Cherokee Strip Days. One of the inductees is recognized for their lifelong contributions to our community before their passing, and the other for the contributions they have made thus far in their lives. Today, we will recognize 4 inductees for the past 2 years because we were unable to recognize the 2020 inductees last year due to COVID-19 restrictions. To be considered for induction into the Walk of Fame, a person shall have demonstrated a lifetime of service to the community in general, or have made extraordinary contribution or act of selflessness or statesmanship for Enid. It is my honor this morning to formally announce our 2020 and 2021 inductees for the Walk of Fame. Our 2020 inductees were Oscar Curtis and Clayton Nolan. Our 2021 inductees are Walter Scheffe and Kyle Williams. Our posthumous inductee for 2020 was Oscar Curtis. Please allow me to read a proclamation in Mr. Curtis's honor. Whereas Oscar Curtis grew up in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and graduated with a business degree from University of Arkansas. Whereas he worked for J.C. Penney Company 38 years, serving stores in North Little Rock, San Antonio, and Beaumont before moving to Enid, Oklahoma, in 1957. Upon moving to Enid, he managed the J.C. Penney store in Enid for 22 years, retiring in 1979. Whereas Oscar Curtis served on the Greater Enid Chamber of Commerce, on the Retail Merchants Association, and served in the Enid City Council, he was a member of the Rotary Club, the Air Force Association, Senior Ambux, and SCORE. He was a vital supporter of United Way and a longtime member of First Presbyterian Church. Whereas Oscar Curtis lived and served the city of Enid for 45 years and was honored with numerous awards for his dedication to his work for Enid organizations. In 2002, he moved to Oklahoma City to be near his daughter. Now, therefore, I, George C. Pankinen, Mayor of the City of Enid, do hereby award posthumously to Oscar Curtis inclusion on the Enid Walk of Fame for 2020. In witness whereof, I have hereunder set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Enid to be fixed this 17th day of September 2021, signed George C. Pankinen, Mayor of Enid. What we will do is, Oscar Curtis has 1 daughter, Ann Bolin, who now lives in Texas. She was unable to join us today, so we will forward his induction mementos to Ann. So that'll include the proclamation I just read, and we have a special medallion that's made for our Walk of Honor winners. It looks like this from the front, the Enid logo, established 1893, bindless, vibrant, original. On the back, it says, Extraordinary Achievement, Walk of Fame honoree, Lifetime of Service. So each of our inductees will receive one of those today, but we'll make sure that Oscar's daughter gets his. Okay. Clayton, if you'd like to stand, and I'd like to say a few words about you. First, please allow me to read a proclamation in your honor. Whereas Clayton Nolan was born in Portland, Oregon, and his family moved to Enid when he was only 9 months old. He originally pursued music degree from Langston University, which was part of his Inspiration Award-winning Sunday Gospel radio show. He later transferred to Central State University, where he received his bachelor's degree in speech pathology, special education, and a master's degree in school administration and special education. Whereas upon graduating college, Clayton Nolan's first job was traveling speech pathologist for the Enid Public Schools. He traveled to 7 elementary schools, and his office as a therapist was located in the Carver Education Center. He would moonlight as an adult education teacher, teaching math and science. He went on to become the director of the adult education for Enid Public Schools. After becoming director, Clayton moved the program to Carver Education Center, expanding it to include daytime and evening classes. He also was a recruiter of the minority teachers for Enid Public Schools for 14 years, and he created the African American Mentoring Program for Enid Public Schools. He worked 42 years for the Enid Public Schools, 36 of which were spent at the Carver Educational Center. Whereas he is a recipient of the Citizen of the Year Award for Booker T. Washington, Super Bowl Brother Outstanding Citizen Award, MLK Diversity Award, Celebrate Literacy Award, the Sister to Sister African American Leaders of Enid. He also been honored for his gospel program by the community church hosted by Progressive Baptist Church, and created the African American Mentoring Program for Enid Public Schools. Whereas he served on the Enid Higher Education Trustee Board and Minority Recruitment Council for Oklahoma State Department of Education, the State Juvenile Task Force, Oklahoma Teacher Certification Test Bias Review Committee, African American Male State Task Force, Enid Education Association, Oklahoma Education Association, National Education Association, Black Higher Education Association. He served as president of Oklahoma Adult Basic Education Association, has been a longtime member of Enid Ambucks. Whereas he served as the city commissioner for Ward 3 and was awarded the key to the city of Enid. He served as chairman of the Enid Community Block Grant Committee and chairman of the Enid Police Civil Service Commission. He currently serves on Truth in Sentencing Advisory Council for 4 counties. Now therefore, I, George C. Pankinen, Mayor of the City of Enid, do hereby proclaim Clayton Nolan inclusion on the Walk of Fame for 2020. In witness whereof, I have hereunder set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Oklahoma, of Enid, Oklahoma, to be affixed the 17th day of September 2021. Signed, George C. Pankinen, Mayor of Enid, Oklahoma. Clayton would like to say a few words, so come forward.
Good morning, and I'm so happy and proud that you all are able to attend. I know it's in the morning, and some of you said at 9 a.m., but that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. I asked them about, should I say anything, and they said, well, yeah, you know, you can say something, and so you know me, I'm going to take the opportunity. And then I also asked him, well, how long should I talk? And of course, many of you don't know, when I was a child, For 12 years of my life, I was a severe stutterer. So that's 12 years of my life I didn't have an opportunity to speak. But I'm making up for it. So Jay Curtis, as we was in the studio, asked me, well, how long will your speech be? And I said, well, Jay, they didn't really tell me how long. And so, you know, I got a couple of papers here. You know, I'm trying to get together. But you know what? I won't do that to you. Okay. But more than anything, first of all, people, I want to thank God. Thanking God for me being here. I want to thank my parents. You know, as I was thinking about that, many of you know, I had 4 parents, so it took 4 parents to raise me. But they were very, very, very dear and close to me. Unfortunately, this year, my mother, many of you know Miss Wilma Brewer, she just had, I guess she had enough down on earth, so she went on to be with God. So she left us January 24th. And I was praying that she would be here and watch her son, as she said. I am my only son as far as I know. I'm my only child as far as I know. And we kind of joke about that because I asked him both, you know, are there any others? But more than anything, I'm going to take the time, and I'm not going to speak long, really, to be honest with you, because I just want to take the time and thank those individuals that felt that I was worthy enough to get such an honor. You know, I don't know nothing about the committee. I don't know who all was involved in the vote, but I want to thank you all. You know, many times as you go through life, my attitude has always been help people, you know, and when I had an opportunity, I did my best to do what I could to help them, because something about being an underdog has always bothered me more than anything else, so I try my best to work with individuals, as many as I can help. And one of the greatest feelings is when you find yourself going somewhere and one of your previous students comes up to you and says, Mr. Nolan, said, yeah, you helped me. And I said, no, I didn't really help you. It was there. I just brought it out of you. But I feel very honored to have that type of a relationship with many of you here. One of the greatest things that I enjoy doing, now that I have retired, is taking it easy. But don't let them fool you. You're not going to take it easy when you retire, because the paper made an issue about me retiring, and now everybody calls thinking I don't have nothing to do. So they call me all times of day and sometime at night, said, can you? First thing they said, can you? Gradually, I've learned to say no on certain projects, but more than anything, I'm glad that I didn't say no back in the time, because more than likely I might not even been recognized. But more than anything, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you know what? And one of the major reasons why I want to say thank you is that many of you know I have a gospel program every Sunday morning, 8 a.m. until 10 a.m. Some of you are going to church, and some of you are not attending church, and some of you haven't gotten up. You don't have to get up. Just turn the radio. Oh, radios are antiquated. Get that computer, get that phone, and you can hear the gospel program. But one of the gospel artists who passed away a few years ago was the late Reverend James Cleveland. And he has a song out that I enjoy, and no, I'm not going to sing today for you, but I could, but I'm not. But that song I think about so often, because that song says, give them their flowers. So, Mayor and the commissioners, you are giving me my flowers while I'm still here. Thank you.
that doesn't tell you why this program's important, you're not paying attention. Inspirational leadership, training our next generation of young people. I can't imagine a more fulfilling career. And I, like you, have failed miserably at retiring. All right. Next, Pat, if you're able, you can stand. If you'd like to stay seated, you can, but I'm going to read about Walter. Patrick Farrell, longtime family friend of Walter Scheffe, is going to receive his awards today. Please allow me to read the proclamation in Mr. Scheffe's honor. About that. Got them all in the right order. Whereas Walter Scheffe began his lifetime of work at 15 years old delivering prescriptions in Enid for a pharmacy. Walter Scheffe attended the University of Oklahoma College of Pharmacy and graduated in 1939. After serving in World War II, Walter returned to Enid in 1946 to open the first of 3 Scheffe prescription shops. He also served as president of the American College of Apothecaries. Whereas Walter Scheffe is well known in Enid for his World War II military service. He joined the Army Air Corps in 1943. Most famously, he flew the reconnaissance mission from the Pacific Theater. He flew the plane that took the iconic photos of the atomic bomb being dropped on Hiroshima at the conclusion of World War II. Whereas Walter Scheffe took part in the development of the countrywide polio immunization program in 1962 and was adopted and used as a national model. Whereas in 1967, Walter Scheffe, due to his love of hunting and fishing, was the founder of the Grand National Quail Club of Enid. His love for the outdoors and his passion for helping made him a strong supporter of scouting. In 1990, the Cimarron Council honored him with the Silver Beaver Award for his years of service as a volunteer. Whereas he has served on the Metropolitan Area and Planning Commission, the Board of Trustees of Phillips University, the Enid Higher Education Foundation, the YMCA Board of Directors. He has also served as chairman of the United Way and as president of the Enid Kiwanis Club. Whereas Walter Scheffe has been the recipient of the A.H. Robin Bowl of Hygeia Award, and in 1988 was named Enid Outstanding Citizen of the Year. Now therefore I, George C. Pankinen, Mayor of the City of Enid, do hereby award posthumously to Walter Scheffe inclusion on the Enid Walk of Fame for 2021. In witness whereof I have hereunder set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Enid to be affixed this 17th day of September 2021. George C. Pankinen, Mayor of Enid. Okay. Our last recipient today, our last inductee is Kyle Williams, and he is here. So Kyle, if you'd stand. I'd like to read a proclamation on your behalf. Whereas Kyle Williams currently has served as president of Jiffy Trip Convenience Stores and has done so since 2003. Jiffy Trip operates 26 stores and will celebrate its 50th anniversary in 2022. Whereas Kyle Williams credits his entrepreneurial spirit with working with his father, the late K.V. Williams, for decades, and the fact that that his first business at the age of 21 closed after 2 years. Whereas Kyle Williams purchased the first convenience store in 1983, and in 1986, he and his wife moved to Enid to start their family. Whereas Kyle Williams purchased KOFM and KGWA in 1994, and under his leadership, the stations focused on top personalities and country home music favorites. In 2013, Kyle, along with his brother, Dr. Scott Williams, founded Express Wellness Urgent Care and opened their first clinic in Enid. Express Wellness Urgent Care has grown to be the largest urgent care corporation in Oklahoma and Kansas, with locations now open in Texas. There are currently 32 Express Urgent Care clinics. Whereas Kyle Williams has served on the Board of Governors at St. Mary's Regional Medical Center, he has served as president of the Hope Outreach. He sits on the board of several faith-based organizations, both here in Enid and internationally. He has also co-chaired the United Way Fund of Enid and Northwest Oklahoma fundraiser. Now, therefore, I, George C. Pankinen, Mayor of the City of Enid, do hereby award Kyle Williams inclusion on the Enid Walk of Fame for 2021. In witness whereof, I have hereunder set my hand and caused the City of the Seal of Enid to be affixed this 17th day of September 2021. George C. Pankinen, Mayor of Enid. Congratulations, Kyle. Do this, and you just get a picture, and then
Jay Curtis didn't ask me how long I was going to speak, because I will make up for my friend Clayton. I'll be a little bit brief, but anyway. You know, what a great city we have, and that we acknowledge our Lord and Savior, and I want to do the same thing today, Lord and Savior Jesus, for today and for this honor, which I'm deeply humbled. I'm weepy. I used that term earlier. I'm weepy. I want to say thank you to my family and all the support we get. We have fun. We love each other. You know, Clayton, I remember your mother's funeral. It was a beautiful funeral. I, too, lost my dad this past year in 2020. One of the regrets is that he wouldn't be here today also to just witness this. But I just want to say thank you to the mayor and the commissioners. The community is very kind to us, and we love our community. We're humbled, and we just want to say thank you.
In closing, I'd like to offer my congratulations to the families of Oscar Curtis and to Clayton Nolan, our 2020 inductees, and the families of Walter Scheffe and to Kyle Williams for our 2021 inductees, our newest inductees to the Enid Hall of Fame. Okay, thank you. All right, their complete biographies have been added to our system and can be viewed at your leisure in the foyer out here. To our audience, thank you for joining us this morning for this great event. Special thank you for participation. I think I see Senator Peterson was able to join us this morning. Thank you, sir. Please take a moment to congratulate our newest inductees and their families here in the Walk of Fame lobby. But let's watch as they officially unveil their plaques on the Walk of Fame first. Again, thank you for being here this morning. I encourage you to stick around for the parade and the other Cherokee Strip events that are scheduled for today. That said, we'll adjourn this and meet in the foyer where we can unveil their plaques. Thank you.